And Liz again, the Wrench Duo.
Hey guys.
And first of all, we just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's reached out to us, all of our customers and followers. And in this video, we just wanted to talk about our backstory and Alaska and our road trip and how we kind of started working for ourselves and how it all ties into it itself. So pretty much when I was little, my dad would tell me a lot of his stories from when he took his road trip. This was back in the mid 60s when he drove from Mexico City to Brazil for 3 years. And his goal was to drive the whole Pan American Highway, which stretches from Alaska to Argentina. And so he pretty much drove half of it. And when he was in Brazil, um, he found out that his dad passed away. So he drove back to Mexico City and he never finished his trip. And some of the stories he told me when I was little just made me fall in love with his lifestyle. Everything from getting his car shipped over the Darien Gap and getting a job offer from the Colombian cartel and being arrested in Uruguay because they thought he was related to Che Guevara and watching a football match in the Maracanã Stadium. Just the list goes on. And I've always said that he's the OG most interesting man in the world because I really think he is. And so I fell in love with his lifestyle. And, I've always wanted to see the world like he did and travel and drive and just meet new people, learn different languages and just live life to the fullest. So fast forward to when I was about 24, I met Liz, and luckily, she sees life the same way I do. We look at life through the same kind of lens. We love to get lost. We love adventures. We love driving, road trips, same kind of music, everything. So, I definitely fell in love with Liz because of that. And like I said, my dad's goal was to drive the Pan American Highway, and he never made it to Alaska. So that part comes in because whenever I was working at Toyota, I was in sales for a few years. After I met Liz, we bought Camry, which is our 96 4Runner. And while I was in sales, we started doing maintenance on our truck on our own. We both like to work on cars, and we didn't realize it at the time, but we found, kind of like a passion for it. We both like working with tools and fixing things and learning, and we just like challenges. So I went from sales to working in the back as a technician, but that didn't last very long because I wanted her to work with me, but they didn't want to hire her. So, I hired her pretty much. So now we do this full time, and this allows us to be mobile. So right now we're in San Antonio, but we have a goal that we're trying to save up. And once we hit that goal, we want to be able to take Cammy on the road and pretty much work and travel, work on the road. So we want to be able to go to California and Montana and, every little town in between and see as much as we can, Cloudcroft, Moab, and just we don't know. Yeah, we don't know where we're going to end up, but we know that our destination is Alaska. And my dad now, he's 80 years old. Even though he doesn't look 80, I want to be able to finish his dream of driving the Pan American Highway with him, with Liz, with my sister,
with the girls,
and our two little ones in the back. So,
oh no.
Our goal is to pretty much go to a new town, a new city, new state, and work for a little bit. And that could be a week, it could be a month, 2 months. Who knows? Our map is pretty much based off of our intuition, our minds, our hearts, and we just want to live life as much as we can and enjoy it as much as we can. So our final destination would be Alaska, but everything in between is part of the journey too. So if y'all have any towns or cities or states y'all recommend, definitely let us know. We want to see it all, and hopefully, one day we can go international like my dad did. And we have to go through Canada, but we want to see. I really want to go to South America, but my dad always tells me it's a little different now than it was back in the 60s. So but yeah, he took a Volkswagen Beetle on his trip, and again, that was for 3 years that he was driving. And my dad's an artist, so he would paint the cathedrals and the mountains and any kind of scenic landscape. And he would set up his easel, in the plazas downtown, and he would tell me that he would have like 3 or 4 paintings sold before he even finished his first one because people were so intrigued by his story and his backpacking. And it was rare for someone in Santiago, Chile, to see a Mexican traveler, or in Barrio Norte, Argentina, seeing a traveler from Mexico. So like I said, I fell in love with that, and Liz and I want to do the same. We want to be able to travel as much as we can and just see the world as much as we can. So hopefully that gives y'all a little backstory about how we started working for ourselves and how we see life and how it all ties into itself. So again, we appreciate everyone who's reached out and all the support so far. And Chiki and Nola are in the back here. sleeping.
Nola, Tiki.
They're ready for the road trip.
Yeah, they're ready for the road. But yeah, guys, we appreciate all the love and support, and we hope to be on the road very soon and bring y'all with us. So we appreciate all the love again.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
And go Spurs, go.
Yeah.